Meeting to order. If you will all please rise, say the Pledge of Allegiance. I would appreciate it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Okay, first thing on the agenda will be the roll call. Alderman Smith. Alderman Quinn.
Here.
Alderman Snyder.
Here.
Alderman Saunders.
Here.
Alderman Simpson. Alderman Osborne. Here. We have a quorum. Okay, first thing on the agenda will be to review the minutes and approve the minutes from the July 24th, 2025 Board of Alderman meeting found under tab 4.
Oh, I need to make those edits.
Yeah, I texted.
Yes.
I said I was.
Sorry.
Slack.
Sorry. I need to update it. Rory was.
I was gone.
Jason was out.
Can you approve with updates, or we have to start off, do it again next week?
Yeah.
Can? Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes with updates or corrections.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion on the floor to approve the meeting minutes for July 24th with the noted corrections. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor to approve the meeting minutes from July 24th, 2025 with the noted corrections. All in favor, please say aye and hold your hand up.
Aye.
Okay. All opposed, say nay. All right. If anyone's curious what that's all about, we've had at least one individual asked that because they watched the recordings, they can't hear who said what. So they'd like to have a visual representation of who voted aye or who voted nay. So I'm going to try to do that. I can't promise I'll get it every time, but I'm going to make an attempt. Okay, next thing on the agenda is the mayor's report. I will make an effort.
Your mic's not on yet.
Did I miss something?
Your mic's not on yet.
My what?
Your
Your
microphone.
mic's not on.
I'm not hadn't planned on turning it on.
Oh, you
Do
don't
I,
want
do
anybody
I
to
need
hear
to? Do I need to turn it on?
I already
you? I
did.
don't know.
Can y'all hear me fine? No? Y'all? Can you? It says you turn it on.
Yeah, I did.
You son of
My voice carries.
You guys are awesome. Not this meeting, but hopefully the next. I'm going to present the board with an opportunity to update the building permit and fee structures. For those of you who are intimately familiar with this document, you'll note that on the gas department that it already states all commercial and industrial metering is installed at cost. We didn't do anything on the electric service, so what we've come up with is that for residential service over 37.5 kVA will be at cost. Commercial and industrial metering installation will be at cost. Service upgrades to existing service, whether it be residential, commercial, industrial, the customer will bear the cost of the upgrade. And for temporary service meters for public and private events, those will be provided at the board's discretion, which means they have to come up and ask for your all's permission to do that. And that is to make sure all their ducks in a row for even allow that to happen, i.e. electric service. That'll be something we'll talk about in the future. Next thing, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this one. I should have got it on the agenda, but it's kind of come up late. Went back and talked to Mike Hall at Black and Beach. They for all intents purposes, completed their design work. What was not contained within that work specification was for them to prepare the formal bid documents. There's a couple exceptions. It's kind of complex. I don't want to go into all of that. But long story short, to have them prepare the front end on the bid documents, and get the project advertised there in Columbia through ADS, respond to bidders' questions, blah, 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 goes on and on. Attend and run a pre-construction conference with whoever we might award contracts to, review bid submittals, pay estimates, change orders, et cetera, et cetera. Do a substantial completion site visit, a punch list, do a final inspection, and also they would do the issue of completion notice to Missouri Department of Revenue. And of course, we didn't catch what they weren't going to do in the first go around, and this will be another $35,000. So I'll be coming back to you guys very, very soon to have a formal discussion on going the next step on that project. And of course, I'll engage George from People Services to give me the necessary advice. And I believe that completes the mayor's report. The next thing on the agenda will be the city clerk's report.
I don't really have one either. I do have someone with me tonight, Lizzie. She has transferred from the license side over to the utility side. Rachel has gotten all of her training and she's able to work by herself, but of course Lizzie's always there for backup. I've requested someone from the state to come in and do some other just hands-on training with Rachel like Lizzie had, so I think we're going to be in really good shape once we get everything done. Chris, he started a couple of weeks ago too. That's working out good as well. So, about the only other thing I have on here is about the property tax rates. I've noticed a significant difference in my evaluations this year from Monroe County regarding the library. And I met with Ben Whelan yesterday on that, and I did get some feedback back from the state auditor's office, but I still need to compute the rate, and I'm uncertain about it. So hopefully we have to have that tax rate passed by September 1st, I believe it is. So, I mean, I'll get everything answered and straightened out on that. Look at the tax rate schedule. The economic development sales tax will take place October 1 too. We'll start in town.
That's when we start collecting.
Yes.
And so
Now-
then would we like receive it? I'm just curious because I mean, like,
Right.
they pay us like a month?
Monthly. Yeah. So they'll collect it all for October, and I usually receive it second week of November. So
Okay, so monthly remittance, good.
yeah.
I was getting ready to ask the same question. All right, what else?
That's all I have.
All right. Next thing we have will be the city attorney's report, and he is not here this evening, and he did not give me anything to report instead, so we'll move right along. There are no authorized guest speakers. We'll be talking about that issue later tonight. So next thing we have on the agenda will be under tab 9, new business, starting out with cemetery stone repair bids. You have within your packet what appears to be a single bid. Is that correct?
That is the only bid we received, yes.
Okay.
And that's within the budget, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a budget item.
Yeah.
He has done the repairs on previous years for the city. As far as I know, everyone's pleased with his work.
I would agree. I would
That's a
agree.
pretty specialized thing, I think.
Yeah, it is.
So you just need a motion to approve?
Yeah, I would entertain a motion to approve the bid from DJV Construction in the amount of $3,500 for the repairs to the stones or resetting the stones.
I'll make that motion.
We have a second?
Second.
We have a motion second on the floor to approve the bid from DJV Construction for resetting the stones in the cemetery in the amount of $3,500. All in favor, say aye. Raise your hand.
Aye.
Okay, and all opposed say nay. Okay, so look up that. Will be awarded to DJV Construction. Okay, a resolution appointing a director and an alternate director to the Missouri Joint Municipal Electric Utility Commission. That's something we do yearly, if I remember correctly.
Currently, we have Chris Whelan and Justin Price as the director and alternate director. So with the staff changes, we definitely need to update those.
Obviously, yeah. Yes.
So Justin would be listed as the director and Adam would be listed as the alternate director.
That sounds like a good idea. So we need to have a motion to appoint Justin Turner as the director and Adam Kunkel as the alternate.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Oh, wow. We have a motion and a second on the floor to appoint Justin Turner as the director and Adam Kunkel as the alternate director to the Missouri Joint Municipal Electric Utility Commission representing the city of Monroe City. All in favor, please say aye and raise your hand.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Raise your hand. The ayes have it. The appointments are made. Thank you. Okay, as required annually, the next thing we have on our agenda under new business is Bill number 6, which is an ordinance regulating conflicts of interest in the city of Monroe City, Missouri. Danette, would you mind expanding on that requirement?
Sure. So as you all know, as elected officials, you all are required to sign you have to do financial disclosure reports, things of that nature. Well, this is regarding conflict of interest, and it's just stating that you know that your position is not for personal gain and that you're here to serve on behalf of the city government, basically. This ordinance is something that the city readopts every other year. And it is up in August 25th of this year, so we're just readopting and to be in compliance with the Missouri Ethics Commission.
Right.
Oh, I got it.
Could you just read a motion to approve?
Yeah.
I'll make that motion to approve.
A second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second on the floor to approve the.
We just need to have the first reading.
Yeah, the first reading.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was looking for. There it is. Okay, we have a motion on the floor to approve the first reading of Bill number 6 and ordinance regulating conflicts of interest in the city of Monroe City, Missouri. All in favor, please say aye and hold up your hand.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay and raise your hand. The ayes have it. First reading passes. Take a motion for the second reading.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion on the floor for second reading of Bill number 6 and ordinance regulating conflict of interest in the city of Monroe City, Missouri. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion second on the floor to approve the second reading of Bill number 6 and ordinance regulating conflict of interest in the city of Monroe City, Missouri. All in favor, say aye and raise your hand.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay and raise a hand. The ayes have it.
Do roll call. Alderman Schneider,
Yes.
Alderman Osborne,
Yes.
Alderman Saunders,
Yes.
Alderman Quinn.
Okay, that completes the bill. The next thing will be the engineering service for emerging contaminants. Each of the board members is provided with a packet for review and given a scoring sheet to conduct their review and score each of the potential engineering firms that we would engage to do the emerging contaminant study. I have in front of me Alderman Quinn's. Not sure who this one is. It's not signed.
Second one was.
Robbins. This Greg's.
Would be,
Page 2 is Greg's. Okay.
Can't really
He'll need
read
to
it.
come back and
So
need to come back.
faint you can't read
I
it.
know.
Do you have a better copy of it?
Yours might be a copy of my original, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's pretty faded too. Okay. So you say this second one's, can you give me the scores off of Greg's original?
Sure. Miko, 87.
First column's 87.
Klinger, 95.
Okay.
Allstate, 85.
Okay.
Black and Beach, 85.
Okay. So we got Robbins, we got Greg's, we got Lori's. Have mine. We have Lori's original.
I just saw the revised storage.
You have one?
Is it an email?
It was in the packet that I gave you.
But there's a new storage sheet that you sent out yesterday.
Yeah. Um.
Do you need a few copies of that scoring sheet?
I have several copies.
Okay.
You need one?
I have to say, I read these when I was ready for my own change the other day. True story.
Anyone else need one? Mike?
No, I got one. I just,
Mr. Mayor, you gave me everything, but I thought you told me you were not gonna be doing it at this meeting.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. We were unable to get everybody to be here. Monday, we missed our deadline for getting posted. The aldermen were not available for Tuesday. Maria wants it now. Okay, from the Missouri Department of Revenue. She didn't say that. She said she would like to see it soon. So that's me putting words in place of what she might actually say. But there was a sense of urgency.
Can I put this in the next deposit box?
Okay.
And we just go with,
You want to? Okay. So here's what we'll have to do. How will that work if we do it after this meeting?
Well, will there be a majority tonight?
There might be.
I mean, if there'll be a majority tonight, we can go ahead and move forward for sure.
I have notes written on my pamphlets.
Mm-hmm.
I could have mine over tonight after the meeting, but for a nice deposit box.
What are you thinking?
Because there's a consensus that we need to go with one, right?
If there's a consensus, yeah.
I mean, of just the
If-
one.
if a
that we're
majority-
seeing, I'm not saying everyone.
Well, there's we have this we have Greg's data, right?
Robbins.
We have Robin's.
The first two, the one is the same and the second choice.
Well, if you wanted to do it that way, excluding excluding what we could quite simply just document the individual scoring. And then we can also have a discussion. I don't know if I've ever been to one of these that was done in this particular form before. And so I hope that doesn't create any difficulty for anybody. We sent email invitations to 11 firms. And many of those firms are firms which are recommended to us as potentials to attempt to engage in minority, minority-owned, women-owned, veteran-owned. They have acronyms they use that I don't have with me for those types of firms that they require you to at least consider. Unfortunately, not a single one of them sent back the information or submitted their request for qualification, so it makes it difficult. We had a few firms send back letters indicating that they were very busy and would not be able to physically do the work. Bartlett West was one of those firms that did that. I think Bartlett West is doing some work maybe in Palmyra now, I'm not sure. But their name came up, maybe it was Canton, that they were doing some work for George. Bartlett West over in Canton. Yeah, over in Canton. I think they're doing a big project over there. What's your pleasure? How you want to handle this? Want to tally the individual score sheets and see where that takes us? Okay.
Sure.
That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Okay. So,
I mean, now we've got 5, right?
You're all able to do your own if you'd like to double check this scoring. So, let me who I got here. I thought I was Lori. And I'll put a name over here. And we got 85 on Miko, 89 on Klinger, 79 on Allstate, 82 on Black and Beach, Alton Smith. We had 87 on Miko, 25 on Klinger, 85 on Allstate, 85 on Black and Beach. Alderman Simpson. We had 86 on Miko, 90 Klinger, 78 on Allstate, and 82 on Black and Beach. That's the 3 that I have there. This will be Mr. George. 80 on Miko, 92 on Klinger, 92 on Allstate, and 92 on Black and Beach. We have the mayor, me, 76 Miko, 93 on Klinger, 55 on Allstate. Do not know much about them. 93 on Black and Beach. So what we have left, we have Mike. What do you have on Miko?
I didn't score it.
Didn't score them at all.
Mm-mm.
So you have 0. Okay. What about Klinger?
I didn't do any of them.
Oh, you didn't score any of them?
I didn't score any of them, so then just, yeah.
So you abstain?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. All right. What about you?
I just got
Okay, so you want,
numbers.
what do you want to do? Put it off if you want to. I thought we were giving everybody plenty of time to address this,
I just got this, just.
I realize that.
Yeah.
well, I sent it out 2 days ago on email.
So I'm checking.
Sorry. Well, what do y'all want to do? You want a special meeting to do this?
Seems like we're outnumbered anyway,
How's that?
because your majority, everybody's got cleaner as the top one.
You go by majority.
Yeah.
I mean, according to the three that are in this packet, cleaner.
Cleaners got it.
But that doesn't.
Well, I mean,
There's 24.
there's 100 possible points in each category, and there's, Mike, did you just need more time, Mike, to do this?
Pretty much.
Okay. So let's table, we'll have another meeting.
I don't know, let me ask you this. If we submitted our tallies, can the majority just go? Can we approve the majority to be awarded? Is that possible?
I mean, yeah, if they, let's say, like tomorrow, they look at it and they send you like these are.
We send you these and we
And
already
then
know
you just go with the majority and not have to.
re-meet.
Okay, upon completion of discussion and tallying of the evaluation sheet, some motion was made by somebody and seconded by somebody to enter into an agreement with somebody. Motion passes unanimously, or however, this is just
That can always be
it's a
redone.
representative of how you would do it.
Is that acceptable?
For this particular service, I honestly don't know. With your
Okay.
Department of Resources, I don't know.
Just doing
If we had another meeting and we had quorum and we had all the votes, all the scoring completed, in that meeting, a decision could be made by those board members based upon the total tally of all board members. You could, of course, to keep in mind, you could also vote not to use the firm that had
The most votes.
the most votes, but you'd have to justify, you'd have to qualify that decision in our response to DNR relative to the grant application. So I would entertain a motion to table this until the next scheduled meeting, which most likely will be a special meeting.
Just from a points perspective, as you add them all up, Klinger is in the lead by 45 points of the 5 that we
I
have.
get it.
Do we want to go ahead and schedule that
Well,
meeting?
The highest individual was what, 90, said 45?
Klinger is ahead overall by 45 when you add them all up. Of the 5 that we have.
No.
I would be curious if we could just, I mean, if we're gonna go off these scoring sheets, then can we just submit them and agree to just go with the consensus of the highest score? Or is that not acceptable?
So my thought is, if it's unanimous, there is not gonna need any more discussion.
Maybe we tally.
Are you proposing to make a motion to accept one of these?
I'm proposing them. Yes.
So you need to make a motion to accept one of these 4 firms.
I make a motion to accept the bid. That's not a bid,
Request for qualifications from,
Klinger and Associates.
okay, we have a motion on the floor based on the current tally results to accept the request for qualifications from Klinger and Associates as the engineering firm to award the contract to for the emerging contaminant study contingent upon receipt of a grant from the Missouri Department of Revenue for said study. Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second on the floor to accept Klinger and Associates as the engineering firm to perform the emerging contaminant study. And that would allow us to enter into a contract with them for engineering services for the emerging contaminant study, contingent upon receiving the grant from the Missouri Department of Revenue, which currently is an amount of up to $65,000. All in favor, please say aye and raise your hand.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay and raise your hand. The ayes have it, the motion carries. We will then proceed with the appropriate documentation to allow the mayor to enter into a contract with Klinger and Associates. Be there any further discussion?
I do think in full transparency for those of us that haven't submitted our actual score sheet, go ahead and submit with them.
Please do. Please do. Knowing based upon the map, it wouldn't change the outcome.
It would take a
But we have to have those, and you need to, do they have to be signed or initialed or anything special on these? Just turn them in like
I
they are?
haven't seen what you've seen, so I don't know
I
what the
don't think
requirements
there's a
are.
line, you just put their name.
She said just submit the scoring sheet. So how about this? George, would you please initial yours? Did it? Is that a signature?
That's a signature, but I will,
Oh, okay, that's fine. If that's your signature, that's fine.
scribbles.
Would you mind initialing yours, Lori?
I'll remind her not to close the box tonight.
Excellent. So here's an original, here's an original, here's an original. Are you gonna go ahead and complete one? I think, I don't know how they would respond to it. I don't know how they respond. Greg's not here. I guess that would be Greg's signature, it looks like. All right. Greg, Lori, George. You will see the rest of these fine
You
folks.
should have those, that meeting thing that I gave you, but I'll probably submit it to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to redo this.
Oh, okay.
Parts of it, maybe. I'll let you be the judge. Anything else, any further discussion on that? If not, we'll move right along. All right, next thing on the agenda will be committee reports, planning and zoning. I see no one. Parks and recreation. I see no one. On Parks and Recreation, remind me, what is the dollar value amount that has to be approved by the board before it can be expended on a purchase? Is it 1,000?
Well, per our ordinances, it's set at 500.
Set at 500? So if what Rodney's looking for comes in over 500, we have to come back before the board and get that approved? Okay. Economic Development Tax Board. I think we're having more planning, some sort of strategy, the 26th.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Administration Committee. Operations Committee. All right. We're going to move right along into department reports, with the first report being the Police Department.
Nothing to report, sir.
Kim, did you give him that message that,
I did.
here, I'll give you this too, because she said.
Oh, a concerned citizen report.
Sure.
Yeah, Frank did clean it up, and then John,
Yeah, because he ran the property, right?
well, he's real squat.
So he's trying to get it. I don't think I said.
Didn't
No,
say that?
it was just
So
the
that's,
track.
that's all.
Yeah, he went shopping when people put their trash out.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Anything else for the police department?
Well, no, that's all I got.
Terrible.
What? So will they just get another citation, I guess?
Yeah, I was trying to get a hold of Frank yesterday, but he was unavailable. I think he was at work.
Since this issue was brought up, and this is your report, the city attorney had previously provided information relative to public health being a significant issue in making a determination in those cases where a domicile is not does not have hot and cold running water, sewer, electric, or heat, and that can be used to further move that ball down the road a little bit. I'm not sure what we need to do with that. He said it was already in existing ordinances under health and safety, but I'm certainly not capable of quoting it to you off the top of my head, although I did read it.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a method where, short of condemning the property,
I've been trying to get in with the building inspector, but our schedules haven't lined up to meet up.
no,
I've talked to him several times in regards to that residence, but when we were gonna meet up, Mr. Lucas was unavailable at the residence. He was MIA for a week or two.
yeah, and I think that there may be one or more instances where this has come up, not only currently but in the past, where we ran into certain difficulties. I think what I will do is get in touch with our city attorney and see if he can give us more information that might be helpful to us.
Absolutely, more help the merrier.
Is this person listed at the top, the landowner, the property owner?
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Yeah,
about that.
that is.
And this is the same person who lives on North Main,
Yes.
and he owns it and rents it, or you said this person, the second person is squatting?
Well, I believe he's renting their family and he's let them stay there for quite a while. I don't know their payment arrangements, but as far as trying to get Mr. Lucas, John out, they'd have to go through courts for property eviction.
So let me ask this, who do the citations go to?
Citations go to the individual residing.
They don't go to the property owner?
As far as this one, it was going towards John, because he was the one residing there. It would ultimately could fall back on Frank, yes, but we cited John.
Thoughts?
I mean, it's not inhabitable without water, and
I'm sorry, what?
it's not inhabitable with, like you said, without water.
Well,
or sewer.
there has to be, that determination has to be made by someone with the appropriate qualifications under our existing ordinances, and that's not me. That would be the building inspector or I'm not sure who the other one might be. I should stop right there. I need to get this information from John into the police department's hands, and also Bob, our building inspector's hands,
And they've been without power or utilities for quite a while.
That's my,
Yeah.
that's my understanding.
Yeah,
And that's what I thought.
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
Uh,
He does have a small generator that he does use from time to time. However, we've had him turn it off because it was creating these disturbances to the neighbors. I mean, it wasn't like scorching hot or extremely cold when we did this, but he complied. But like during the day, he would run it, which is acceptable because neighbors are at work.
okay.
As far as potable water, he gets it from elsewhere to drink and assorted other things. Nobody, as far as I know, has been inside that residence in a law enforcement capacity because they never let us inside the door.
Does anybody know if this renter is putting trash out and that's getting picked up on?
That was stopped as well.
Okay.
I believe that was
He
last
is paying
month.
for it.
So Danes is not even, won't pick it up from him.
Correct.
Okay.
You're not paying utility
He's not
bill,
paying utilities, so.
so you don't get to get your,
Yeah, that got corrected because from what I gathered, Danes was picking trash up and then they realized, that the city realized that he wasn't paying and that's part of utilities, so they contacted Danes and nixed that.
well, I think we'll move along from this. I don't think we're gonna get much accomplished.
As also, we have 2 patrol cars at Poe Chevrolet right now.
2,
Yes.
guess that explains why I wondered where the 2 were at. Wow, same issue?
Well, 100, possible transmission issue. I took it to Tri-County thinking, they ran a code reader on it, I believe yesterday or the day before, and they thought it was the fuel pump, so they cleared all the codes. It was running okay, and then it started acting up last night. I drove it over there today, and it stopped moving.
Sure sounds like a transmission problem as long as the motor was still running. And it was in gear.
Yeah, well, we were driving down the road and it was peaking out at 3,500 RPMs at 30 miles an hour. And then alternating, so, and it wasn't jerking at all, so it was very odd. And the other patrol car had to wait for a certified GM mechanic to come in to Hogue, is what they told me.
Somehow I feel if I was to use the word lemon, I'd get sued, so I won't. 3 of them.
Yeah, but, knock on wood, 103 hasn't been to the shop in quite a
You
while.
better knock on wood, really hard. Thank you.
Which one, the second one, which one was it? What number?
100 is now in at Poe, 102 has been at Poe.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Is that,
What's going on with 102? Is it transmission again?
That one was a multitude of issues.
Let's
One
talk
goes
about
down, we run the other one 24 hours a day, both shifts.
Are you gonna put lemonade stand out in front of the police department to make up for all of this?
a what?
Lemonade
Both
stand.
car washes.
I was thinking more like a speed trap.
Wow.
I mean, starting right about in front of C's, drop the speed up down to 5.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah.
I'll stand at the 4-way with the vest on.
Are there grants out there for police vehicles?
Gosh, I honestly don't know. I wish.
Oh, there are?
through USDA?
Cool, we need to look at that.
Well,
All right.
that's something.
We
we're
get someone
doing.
to help.
I had another thing for him.
All right, I'm gonna move right along.
I had-
Sorry.
that's right. As chair of the operations committee, could I get a list of the current nuisances list and what progress they're at?
I believe we can get you that yet.
Okay.
I have a curiosity question real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
The extra large piece of evidence that's there, is that, how long is that considered?
Yeah, are you talking about the police department Airbnb?
That's where we're making extra money right
To
now.
pay to fix the
We're gonna
car.
buy the cars.
Well, that's a large piece of evidence from a
Yes.
high priority case.
Is it safe there?
Is it safe?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cameras are on it.
Cameras are on it, the wheels are chopped.
That was my question. That was the reason for my question.
Oh, absolutely, yes. I actually purchased chocks, months ago, kept them out in the patrol car, and
I saw the
tires.
tape. Okay.
Yeah, it's taped off, nobody can get in it. If somebody were to get in it, there's nothing to, like a kid, there's nothing to hurt themselves with. But I think, gonna talk to the prosecutor tomorrow to see if it can remain here or if we can
I was
take
married
it
for 37 years.
out to by the shelter where the other vehicles are.
Gotcha.
And if so, I'll look it on my truck and take it out there.
I was just curious. That's all. Thank you.
No, it's quite all right. Yeah, it's quite cumbersome being right there.
Kind of in the
It's
way.
inviting though too. That was my concern. It's a little inviting
Yeah.
to people.
How,
We don't know
right
that
by the
same person
police,
is
right by the
from one
police
place to
station,
another.
so, you know.
That person's incarcerated.
Oh, no, that's not what I was saying. I do know that much of that, but there's other people that are, maybe looking for places to stay and would.
Well, if they just go down 2 doors and knock real loud, someone would probably give them a place to stay.
And we got Mr. Alliance.
I know, how dare I.
Okay.
Okay, moving right along, water department.
I only have one item that I know of right now. And that did you put this in? Okay, so everybody should have the quotation from Hot Company. What this is for the replacement pH and dissolved oxygen meter at the wastewater treatment facility. You know, I have one, Mike.
No, I think you have it. Is it?
It's actually in your packet, in your body.
What section?
It's on the back side of that letter, the outlook.
Oh,
I think it's on the back side of that.
yeah, got it.
So we actually use a lot of Hawk equipment, and the handheld that these probes hook into is Hawk, so we have to get Hawk probes. USA Blue Book sells Hawk products, but they have to get them from Hawk. So I asked them to just give me a bid, so at least I had 2, but they never did produce one because they said they really can't compete against Hawk.
Right, yeah, I'd be higher. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have, I believe, $3,500 budgeted for this year.
Mm-hmm.
With shipping, this comes in at $2,590.10.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a CapEx.
all right. Yeah, that was in the CapEx for this fiscal year. We would need a motion to approve this expenditure. And I would entertain one. We have a motion on the floor to exclude, this says 2560, is that the wrong number?
You do not,
the
there's
shipping.
shipping, so you have to go to are there all 4 pages of it in there?
No, just.
Okay, there's an additional page that says
What's the
that if
total?
you spend, it was $30.10 for shipping, so it came to $2,590.10.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the expenditure of $2,590.10 to Hawk for these, what's the proper nomenclature?
pH and dissolved oxygen probe.
For the probes.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion on the floor to approve the expenditure of $2,590.10 to Hawk for probes used in water treatment. We have a second.
Second.
We have a motion second on the floor to approve the expenditure of $2,590.10 to Hawk for probes. All in favor, please say aye and raise your hand.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay and raise your hand. The ayes have it, motion carries.
Right, and just for your information, last board meeting, you all approved for me to purchase a certain amount of fire hydrants.
4, yes.
I got that quote and I did send it to you and
Yes.
Jeanette, that it was, I don't remember the exact dollar amount, I don't have my phone with me, it was 13,000, it was
It was
13,600, let's just say.
Within what we had already approved. Okay.
Yes. So I just want to let you know that they have been ordered. They have not arrived yet, but
What's the turnaround on them?
it shouldn't be much more than another week or so.
Oh, cool.
I think it should be fairly quick.
A follow up on a real quick question, if you would please, over by the private pool, there were 2 fire hydrants, both of them were painted. One of
There
them
is
kind
an
of
out
raw
of
color.
service.
Yeah, has that been corrected yet?
Yeah, the out of service item is on there, yes. If you drive by there,
I thought there were 2 painted the same color, as if they were both usable.
yes, they are, but there is an out of service disc on the one that is not.
Is that sufficient?
Yes, yeah, they pull up there to use it, or if there's a fire,
Okay,
yeah, they will pull up there and it will be, it says out of
Good deal.
service.
good
I can
deal.
send you a picture of that tomorrow, sir.
Oh, if not, you don't need to do that, I appreciate it, thank you.
Okay.
Anything else, sir? Anything,
No,
questions for George?
Unless somebody has something for me.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next thing we have is the electric department.
I have one item also, we continue to cut trees. As soon as we're done and caught up on trees, we're gonna start changing poles, poles that are bad. In order to do that, I need to produce an inventory, which our inventory is completed pretty much. And I got a few quotes, and the lowest one came in at $9,921, and this purchases us poles, washers, nuts, lock nuts, cutouts, a whole list of
The whole
inventory
package.
items. Yes, and if you want to see it, we can pass it around. But they're all basic material items. Some of them are more expensive than others. But this will get us prepared for when we can catch up on trees. We can start putting change out.
Do you have the sheet in front of you?
No.
He's passing it around.
The very last item?
Is it in here?
I got it. Is that still looking at anything?
I didn't find it. I called her. She didn't call back. So yeah, I can find out again.
I see one.
Okay. Is it the guy wires that are loose?
There's one right out of ground.
Oh, it is.
Right. The water is the darker color.
Yeah, the post office is here. Her house is here. And it's Alan.
So there's post office, there's the blue house, and then there's the yellow house. Over. It's behind the yellow house where the house and shut things over. And there was a truck that took out a transformer in the alley last year. And I think that's what caused it.
Okay. I'll go back and look at it. I didn't see anything for that. I saw some slack ones. And we can tighten them up. Yeah, we'll check on that.
Which line item is the actual poles?
No poles.
Oh, okay,
We have
okay.
enough poles right now, so this is just.
That makes
material
sense.
to stop her.
Are we required to get competitive bids on all this stuff?
No.
This impresses me so much, it's not funny.
Because it falls under CapEx.
Well, I mean, it would just, there's various items on there. The total would definitely need to be approved though.
Right.
One thing I do know is the last time we did competitive bids for equipment, these guys came in the lowest by considerable amount.
And they were lowest on this one too.
And typically,
Yeah.
I have a question, is it common to have this many power outages?
Yeah, it's common. It's actually not a tremendous amount, but,
It's just different when you see it all listed in front of you.
yeah,
I think that's
Yeah, it's an eye opener.
The hot temperature, that was off of the transformer.
Gotcha.
your.
Most of it is transformers, trees.
I think we're getting good data.
I think we're getting fantastic data.
Definitely.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, trees and lightning and, I mean, some of this stuff you can't help.
I asked them to start.
Why they're fixing
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Trees is an ongoing thing, we'll continue to work on it the next, I assume another month and a half, and we'll be in a good spot, where we can just maintain the tree.
Did you share the issues, some of the issues you ran into where someone had screwed an insulator into a tree?
We had some maintenance issues where they've been repaired poorly, and we corrected some of those, a little more liabilities. That was the last bid we got, was a tree, and we called it the tree insulator. It was a wire that was tied to the tree.
They had some tree limbs. Adam, I asked Adam when he was in there talking to me about this. Next time you guys are up in the tree where it's obviously been arcing into the tree and it's burned the tree, snap a couple of pictures.
Okay.
Because they've run into
We
quite a bit
started
of
to
that.
do before and afters on tree trimming too,
Yeah.
because almost half of them are going to are burning. They're just burning on the.
And that means it's been arcing.
Are you also looking at the line going out to South Lake?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
We did look at that.
I noticed there was quite a bit of burning on some of those.
Yeah, we're gonna open that line up until we need it. It's not feeding anything right now. It feeds one house that is right on the edge of town.
Okay.
So we're just gonna open it up and leave jumper switches. So if we do need to turn it back on, we just take a jumper with a stick and close it.
Okay.
And then it can feed it back up. But it's feeding a long way for not doing it.
Being used, yeah.
It's not being used.
Yeah.
That's in the plan, getting that opened up.
Cool.
And then we'll trim the trees out there, hopefully.
Yeah.
So we'll continue to maintain it, it's just.
Right. There's no sense in having it energized when it's not being used.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you guys doing good. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
The air conditioner fixed this upstairs.
Good.
They came last Friday, repaired that. They have to come back and do one more thing for the heat changer on, or some part that they didn't have. Air conditioner's working on window change.
Is there any way to put some sort of a sensor that would alert if it gets above a certain temperature, or you think?
I mean, they could put maybe a smart thermostat in there.
Right.
But we weren't concerned too much on it getting too hot. It's the winter time. It does both. It does heat too. So we don't want it to get cold, build moisture up, and then moisture start arcing. And we were concerned about the heat too, but it's fixed now.
Okay.
And it does have a basic thermostat on it, so you have to manually go in there, turn it from hot to cold when the weather changes.
Yeah.
So it could use a smart thermostat. It's automatic.
Okay. Cool.
Anything else?
That's it.
Justin, thank you for you guys are doing a good job. Okay, natural gas department.
We need to approve this quote.
Hmm?
This quote.
We better do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't hurt.
Okay, who's got the total?
I have it right here. Just pass it around that.
Just what's on this quote?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we have before the board a request from the electric department to purchase needed supplies so they can continue doing the work they've been doing. They have a quotation here from Arkansas Electric in the amount of $9,921.82. I would entertain a motion to approve that expenditure.
Make that motion.
We have a motion on the floor to approve the expenditure to Arkansas Electric Cooperative in the amount of $9,921.82. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion second on the floor to approve the expenditure in the amount of $9,921.82 to Arkansas Electric. All in favor, please say aye and raise your hand.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay and raise your hand. The ayes have it. Motion carried. The expenditure is approved. Anything else, Justin, on electric? Anything else? Okay. Moving right along, natural gas department. Terry's not here tonight. I know they ran into an issue today, I guess this morning, as a result of the ongoing construction activity. That apparently they handled it quite well in a very timely manner. We will be probably having to address the Excuse me?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday, okay. Have to address who's going to pay for the repairs. So that'll be another interesting conversation, I'm sure. Moving right along, Mr. Osborne for the street.
The first thing, Purple Wave last time, so it was the pumper truck. I seen it was a 12.5, and that's a 13.
It was.
Well, I forgot the last I heard. As soon as they do it, they disappear.
Well,
I ain't got the seat on it yet, but I think 13 is better.
That's a much better use for that piece of equipment than what it was doing, was collecting dust in the building.
Right. I got some quotes on some hot mix overlays. Y'all should have in your packet. From ESS and Patterson Asphalt. Patterson Asphalt, he left off a couple of streets. I kind of broke it down. I got a priority of it, so.
It was a separate handout.
Yeah. So anyway, this is a 2-inch overlay. Patterson's was 227,670, but there's 2 streets missing, which is around 600 to 1,000 feet. And ESS was 248, D-minus 550
For all the streets.
for all of them that I've got listed.
Right.
So, we can take off or whatever. Of course, there will be a price, the more tonnage, the cheaper you get at a time. Down here, mobilization, I was asking about that on ESS. He said, if we take off a street or two for the mobile budget, he said that will go down, but your tonnage will go up because you're not buying gas. So it makes sense. So that's where we're at there. I tried to pick out the worst of the streets.
So even if Patterson added in the streets, they would be higher?
Yes.
Okay.
I broke it down, running foot, what Danny had right now. Danny Patterson and Sapp. Sapp was 41.48 a foot, running foot, and Patterson was 45.53 running foot. How many feet?
And is Patterson's only a 2-inch overlay and Sapp's 4-inch, or is Sapp's the 4-inch just for the
Asphalt
patching?
patching. Because Oak Street, Adrian, it's
Yep,
like that. So you're really gonna have to bring it up.
okay.
So, and he broke it down pretty good, so, like Norfolk I had as priority, because everybody knows it. Big trucks go through there, you know what's gonna happen. They go south, and they're loaded. Come north, they're not.
Are we gonna be able to shut those streets off while they're doing work to keep them from driving in it while it's soft?
I don't know what the process has been historically. I mean, historically, they shut the streets off, they pave them, and then they open them back up. I don't know how to answer that.
As soon as it cools enough, the whole thing might come.
Like the same day typically?
Oh, yeah.
They roll it.
They roll it as soon as they get through rolling, and they're ready to go once that roller gets done.
I just had this vision of it just being soft and a big truck just barreling over there.
Yeah, they probably won't let nobody on it until they roll it and cool off.
Well, since we're on streets, Rodney was asked to do this, and where the motivation come from was obviously riding up and down the streets of the city of Monroe City, and also being aware that we had $0 budgeted for asphalt this year. But shame on me, I didn't bring my documents with me. I do not know what we had budgeted for the Mill Street project in dollar amount, and what I planned on doing was having that information with me and approaching the board about, because of the timing of Mill Street and the school year and the proximity to the Holy Rosary School, doing the Mill Street project during the school year does not seem to be necessarily a good idea. Yes, they could use the parking lot to drive the bus in and out, but we look at overall safety. It may not be a wise idea. So the thought process was is to take that CapEx, which comes from a tax, and utilize it towards the streets. But since I'm totally unprepared to have the discussion, and that's through no fault of anyone but mine, I can't tell you how much money we had budgeted for the Mill Street project that we're not going to be spending between now and September 30th, which is the end of the fiscal year. Does that make any sense? So we won't be able to address this question until the next board meeting. I'll put it on the agenda. And see what happens. You know, I'll
30 days.
come.
30 days.
That was gonna be my next question.
What's the date of it?
This sounds good. I mean, I was pushing them to get it.
I don't have last year's budget with me, so I can't tell you what we did.
I don't even really give it a deadline, but I pushed them to get it in for you to have an idea.
Does it show up in the budget yet? Did you find it? Did it show up in the budget?
It's a CapEx. It won't be in this.
And I tried to get a third bid, maybe on Monroe, which is a competitor of ESS. Called me twice, he would call me back.
It was on that spreadsheet that I put together, the Excel
Called
spreadsheet.
another one, they got help from.
If we did this in the next board meeting, would that be okay?
Yeah, I think so, 2 weeks. I got it. Only thing is, I told them that we need a month with George. I told them, because they was asking me if that was gonna be involved, I said, we're gonna take care of it, we need 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, Harry asked me the same thing. Yeah, because we'll have to raise all the manholes and the valve boxes on all these streets. So once I get the list from Rodney, I'll be able to go through, measure, but until you approve it, I can't order the stuff, so I can't tell you how much it's gonna cost. It's gonna be a few $1,000s to buy all the risers and everything and Terry asked me the same thing, getting those streets. It's not a problem. But ESS had asked me if the risers stuff they're gonna do, I said, no, we're gonna take care of all that.
And we'll have to look at the total. We'll have to understand what the total cost is going to look like before we can actually make a decision, because we're going to have to at least stay within the budgeted amount we have
Sure.
budgeted for Mill Street.
Well, that's why I called him back.
I don't necessarily know.
That's why I called him back and said, if I'm over budget, can I cut the street? Which I knew what he was gonna do.
You're not one of the enterprises that are in the combined utilities, so we can't borrow money from Peter to pay Paul. So it creates an issue. All
So
right.
you can still go ahead and give the other departments the information they need so they can have.
We can have a total, and then we can know what we cut back. We have a discussion and decide what we need to cut back to stay within the
And the
budget.
one
In
I'm
fact, you approve it.
was Lawn Street, I could save 2,000 feet, which is about 95,000, over the last block, where we did some digging and patching. So we could save about 90 grand. Because it was a longer stretch.
90?
Yeah, because it was 2,500 feet long.
That's a chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my fault. I was gonna go back to Maryland.
You're not cutting Lawn Street.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't.
I had 2 things, if you had anything else.
Yeah.
LTAP, which was the grant for the road signs and whatnot. Make a long story short, they finally responded, and they had 30 people apply, and we did not get chosen.
So how much is it if we buy all that? Because I figured that out one time.
Yeah, Gasconade County got it, Macon County got it, Manitou County got it, Palmyra got it, and Pineville got it. So they had a whole scoring system and a huge spreadsheet, and
Is it pertinent for us to know how we scored on something like that?
I forwarded the email to you, so if you can Yeah, because I mean, the print of the spreadsheet, it looks like that, so.
Gotcha.
And then the second thing is Keith Hayes came by and talked to me about the flooding in front of his place, about getting a bigger culvert pipe at Washington and Third.
It runs underneath that sidewalk over the school and in his bag, because I talked to him last year about it.
Yeah, I'm sure you've run into that, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's no problem, you just have to cut that street.
With school starting August 20th, though,
Yeah,
is it feasible to get it done before school starts?
probably not, because they have to get the pipe.
He wants a bigger pipe. He might have to go with a B pipe, which is like a hog house.
Whose house?
Chief Hayes.
Keith
Okay,
Hayes.
I know where it's at.
I forget what's.
Or, I mean, what about maybe doing it on a spring break or something?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
As long as you want to do that, it's going to be pretty long. And as long as I have the pipe on hand, we have to cut the road, of course.
Right, yeah.
And cut that new sidewalk and put it in. I'd have to see how big of the pipe that would absorb. Like I said,
Sound like we need to do a little more planning.
Yeah,
Do some
oh, yeah.
more, do
because
some
that
more
might be
review.
one, you do a B pipe, which is an arch pipe. It's like that. You get a bigger volume and it isn't as tall.
Tall, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's something we can look at. I forget what size is in there.
I don't know.
Well, at one time he had that plugged up, there was a basketball in there, I tell you that.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he's kind of getting too old to clean it out himself. So, well, yeah. Let's see what you can come up with on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you, Rodney.
Okay.
Thanks, Rodney.
Yes.
Okay, building inspector. Do you have anything from the building inspector that we need to report? What's this? We have an airport?
I've heard we have.
Oh, hey Dale, what you got?
Well, I don't have much. We made it to the Oshkosh fine. We didn't have as many as normal because there was so many storms between Texas and Oshkosh, either north or south of us. But we did have 40 or so. We sold 1,175 gallons of gas. So that was good. The airport looks good. The street department is doing a fantastic job keeping it mowed up. We got the air conditioner fixed in the courtesy van and it's out tonight, and the guy that's using it just messaged me a while ago and said it's working good. So
That's good to know.
the last time he used it, his wife was complaining considerably because he couldn't roll the windows down.
Oh,
You're trapped in Monroe City and you can't leave.
little toasty, huh?
That's John Raines who has it out tonight. He was working for Monsanto.
Okay,
Comes up here, has a farm over by Paris.
Okay.
Good. Other than that, I don't have anything.
it looks nice out there. I don't, has anybody used the, I'll call it camping area yet?
No.
Really well.
No, but I have been putting, I put posts on Facebook in different
Platform.
platforms that
We could all go
pertain to that type
more.
of thing. And I've gotten quite a bit of response. Usually the fall, spring and fall of the year.
Yeah.
Hot, actually.
Yeah.
It's a little warm.
If we get people knowing that we got the lake here, and we got a courtesy car to get down there, I think it might work out.
It's good. I'm pleased to hear that.
My daughter's family takes advantage of those types of facilities all around the country. Steve Reeder and his daughter Jessie, they
Oh,
do it
yeah.
all everywhere.
Yeah.
He was the main instigator of that. He's a member of the RAF, Recreational Aircraft Association, and they help with those things, and they will put up a sign once we get, which we've got it established. Now he's going to look into them putting up a sign, and then they will put it in
Their newsletter.
their format or whatever, so people would know what was in it. That's all I've got.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys for supporting it.
Yes.
Well, you're welcome. You do a good job out there. Thank you, Dale.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have on the agenda is Mosswood. I know that we did the reimbursement for the chemicals, correct?
I haven't looked
Yeah, up to
I
the
si-
contract.
I signed my signature.
I haven't looked through it.
But I did note that, they were, they were notified of the overreach.
Yes, I did send a message to Emily
Okay.
regarding their budget on their
Okay.
chemicals and the utilities too.
So what they're required to do then is to come before the board and ask, for an amount equal to the overreach. And the board has to decide yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next on the agenda is the pool. Anything from the pool, Danette, that you need to report? Things
I've
going
heard
pretty
really
good?
good things about the pool this year. I've heard really good things about the pool this year.
Me too. I think it's worked out really well. There is one thing that we're going to have to do, and it's on the, pool, so I can discuss it, right? The board needs to assign departmental responsibility for the pool maintenance and upkeep. The gas department has been doing that, since I've been here, at least since last year, the last season, or doing it this season. But it came up again because of an issue that, was called in over the weekend, and, apparently the on-call individual did not necessarily agree that it was their responsibility to come in and correct the chemical problem or the pump problem or some sort of mechanical problem.
Bathroom problem.
Bathroom, right, a restroom problem with one of the toilets. And so they just, put it out of service. So I think what's gonna have to happen in order to put this issue to bed is for this board to formally assign the responsible with the swimming pools, upkeep and maintenance to a department, whoever that department's gonna be. Currently it's gas department. So we'll put that on the agenda for the next meeting,
For operations.
perhaps.
Is there, I've not been to the pool, is there more than one
There's
stool
more than-
that can be used?
There is.
There is.
Okay, so like, wasn't like it was out of service completely, okay.
So is that what you wanna do?
I'm just asking, I don't know.
What do y'all wanna do? Give it to them to hash out and come back to the board? All right.
Are we just talking, let me ask this, are we just talking about problem children issues to the building itself during business times, not general maintenance?
Preparation
And after
before the
hours.
season. It basically be the whole thing. Every year we have to go out there and we have to look, and if there's things need to be fixed, repaired, maintained, painted, pump testing, pump maintenance, equipment maintenance, chemical mix maintenance, metering, and then the day-to-day, maintenance that the people, wow. The associates that operate the pool, the lifeguards, the managers, they take care of the water, the chemical, do the water testing, and they handle that. They don't have the equipment nor perhaps the necessary technical knowledge to maintain really anything other than you know cleaning type maintenance, and then the chemical relative to the pool and the water.
Okay,
So we need to find someone to do all the rest. Common sense would say, common sense would indicate that if it's something electric, we call it electric department, right? Common sense would say if it was something to do with water that could be remotely assigned to water distribution, but not pool or pool maintenance, maybe that would be something that people services would do. I don't know. We're gonna have to sit down and hatch it out and figure out how they want to handle this going forward.
that needs to go to the operation.
All right, we'll get that on the operations committee agenda. So let me see. Next thing we have on the agenda is presentation of bills and approval of payments under tab 12.
I see that Mosswood is on here again.
That's the check that, yeah, that's the reimbursement.
Oh, that's the one we already approved. Okay,
Yes,
Yeah,
we did.
that's it.
okay, that's not additional.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
the adjusted.
okay,
That's the adjusted amount to bring them in within
To the
the $25,000 total allotment for
okay.
chemicals, fertilizer. I would entertain a motion to approve the bills payable.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion on the floor to approve bills payable. Is there any further discussion? We have a second?
Second.
We have a motion second on the floor to approve the bills payable. All in favor, please say aye and raise your hand.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay and raise your hand. The ayes have it, the motion carries, bills are approved. Next thing we have is under unfinished business, is briefly received some documents on citizen participation in public meetings. I think I actually had a chance to go over this a few more times, and I come away from my own review of what I gave you, thinking that perhaps it should be simplified. So at this time, I would open up the floor to discussion of and among board members relative to this proposal for a policy.
How would you want to simplify?
I looked at it and I looked at it and I looked at it. I think one of my first concerns after reviewing it for the nth time was the speaker card that's addressed under the rules addressing the city council. Now, those of you who have been around me for a while know that I have always seemed to have a problem with the interchangeability between city council and board of aldermen. The Missouri Municipal League allows that they are generally interchangeable, except for when you're doing ordinances and proclamations. You have to address the board correctly as the board moves to says city council. So I took some liberties there. I may have to go back and change it depending upon how we want to address this. One of the requirements was for someone to fill out a speaker card prior to the meeting, and then that would have to be given to the chairperson, which in this case would be typically the mayor, or if the mayor's not here, the mayor pro tem. And then in order during the allotted time on the agenda that would be allowed for public forum, which would typically be somewhere in the neighborhood of possibly 20, maybe no more than 20 minutes total, with a maximum time of 4 or 5 minutes. You're talking 4 people or 5 individuals or 4 groups. Of course, there's a group you want them to specify a speaker for the whole group. You don't want to talk to 5 people at once. Go ahead, Lori. Was you getting ready to say something?
That seems like a lot of time.
5 minutes seems to be pretty
No,
common.
5 minutes, seems- I thought you said 20 minutes.
A total.
A total.
On the agenda. That would allow.
Okay.
Here,
Okay.
here's what happens. Here's what happens.
20 minutes.
I'm sure that Adrian and Jason, you probably been here for enough terms to where there were times when you had wished that the allotted time for an open and a public forum, you want to call it that, would be limited. These rules, all this came from someplace else. It's something that's already in place at another municipality. I quoted who that was and where it came from in the emails. We did obviously make some changes to it, but their format was a pretty good format, I thought. When you look at it, it looks lengthy and long and difficult, but it's a policy, it's not an ordinance. Whatever we end up with, we would accept and implement by proclamation as a policy. That way we don't have to change the existing ordinance, and that will allow future boards to do it or not. Once you change the ordinance, it's more complex and more complicated, more cumbersome to change, but we have an existing ordinance that does not allow it unless the individual is recognized by an individual board member, and then the chair has to agree to allow that person to speak. That's how the ordinance is written. That may be subject to a little bit of definition differences, but that's typically what it means. By proclamation, you would, as a board, be creating an open forum as an agenda item with a fixed time amount in total, and then an individual time amount per speaker or per group of roughly 5 minutes. I thought the interesting thing, and I know y'all don't want to be here all night. We do have an executive session that I don't think will take too long. There was something about this that I thought would be good, and not all people, not all individuals necessarily agree. I know I've been here, I've raised my hand, and I've spoken in the past. I was recognized. I didn't just jump up and start talking. But rules, and we would get a little board made up, probably put it over there near the door someplace where people could see it. But yeah, turn off or silence all cell phones. This one's interesting. Refrain from behavior deemed inappropriate and or disruptive by the presiding officer. I guess that would be up for definition. Refrain from private conversations during meetings. I know that's been a thing that I've observed in the past. Sometimes it also to the point of becoming, creating a kind of a disturbance. Also, don't address individual board members in individual conversation or make comments to individual council members. That would be for the person who is addressing the board. You address the board as a whole. Also, for people in the audience, basically, I said that to come and go as necessary from the meeting in the least disruptive manner as possible. And this is for you, Jason. No campaign placards, banners, or signs permitted in the city council chamber. So when you're running for election, you wouldn't be able to put them up there. And then, of course, something that we don't have. Also, this policy addresses open meetings, or public meetings. We have public hearings for several things that can occur for public hearings. How those are structured, how they're handled, how they're managed. I think it's a pretty good policy overall. But I really did get stuck on the speaker card. I was actually thinking about something as simple as a clipboard, and you just sign in. And oh, by the way, one of the requirements, and here's something you all need to think about. I thought about this for a few minutes and go, yeah, maybe that is right. Right now, if you want to address this board, you call up here to City Hall, or you show up at City Hall. You tell them, hey, I want to address the board. Please put me on the agenda. And so you tell the city clerk or her representative, his or her representative, just basically, what's this about? Okay, short, sweet description. So you're on the agenda. Okay, you could be from California to be on the agenda by that minute. Okay, you could be anywhere and have basically almost any topic. Now, how long you get to talk and et cetera, is controlled by the chairperson. In this particular policy is for citizen participation, and you must be a citizen of the city of Monroe City. You must be a citizen here. You must reside here in order to use this. If you don't live here, like if you're a business person, want to come in and address the board, you have some service, product, or service you want to bring to the board's attention, or something else, but you're not a citizen, then you would use the agenda method to address the board. This is just for citizens only, which I kind of like. All right, you guys, I think, if you're have a product or a service, if you're, if you're some outside entity that wants to address this board over something, whatever it might be, then you use the agenda format versus the citizens participation or opening forum method of communication with the board. So I'll stop talking.
I think that isn't the point of having a speaker card or something ahead of time so that we have time to research, possibly to have to be prepared to work on something before the meeting?
Well, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying. This policy, there is a written portion of this policy that says that no action will be taken on whatever is brought to the board. It's basically their opportunity to come up here and tell the board something. Okay. And you guys are allowed to ask them questions specific to whatever their subject matter is, but we won't have a discussion about what we're going to do to address it, if anything, during that time. That's why the 5 minutes works. They come and say, hey, the streets over on Lawn are horrible. Y'all haven't done a darn thing to them in 7 years. I'm tired of driving up and down and tearing my car up. Okay, thank you very much. And they leave. And the next person gets up there and whatever it is, they might want to say hi, bye, thank you, or something else. I don't know. We haven't done that.
Pertaining to like, as you walk in, you're able to address. Because I feel like we have totally lost anyone coming in.
And that has been stated.
And I've seen this sort of thing in action in other
What's your thoughts?
communities. I think it works.
I want the public to be able to really make and have time.
I think if you say, hey, you got 5 minutes, as politely, as respectfully as you can, state your case, share your thoughts, your ideas, opinions, and this really does require that for everybody, including us, that you do this in a respectful way. That's a back and forth, respect and civil, and listen to what is said, and obviously, when appropriate, document it, and we would address it at a different point, at a different date and time, or it would be on the agenda, or perhaps it'd be something that at a later point in time we might give it to an individual committee to look at or address. We could very well right then and there say we're going to pass that off to committee, and that would be the response. And that's not taking an action. That's not acting. This prevents you from acting on whatever it is that's brought up during the public forum in that meeting. And if you think about it long and hard, it's probably a good idea to take the information under advisement and then look at it later when it's a planned agenda item, and whatever that issue is, if it requires action, then review it, act upon it, maybe even invite that individual back or something along those lines. I think it's a good place to start. I think it's kind of busy, but maybe it's workable. It's a lot. There's a lot here. What do you think? You want to adopt it? You want to table it? Come back and visit at the next meeting? It's your choice.
How do we adopt it, or?
You adopt the policy and then we'll do a proclamation. Is the proclamation? I don't have the proclamation with me. You don't have it either.
Two of them.
I would, it's just, like you had mentioned, maybe not a speaker card, but a
Right.
thing, maybe something.
I actually think it's a really good idea.
Okay, well, here's I apologize. I used the wrong wording. Here is a resolution, right here. And it has this attached to it. And we'd have to change the date on it, the adopted date, to whatever date we adopted. But basically what it says is a resolution adopting citizen participation at Board of Alderman meetings policy for the city of Monroe City, Missouri. Whereas the Board of Alderman has recommended the adoption of the citizen participation at Board of Alderman meetings policy. And whereas the board, after reviewing said policy, finds it to be reasonable and appropriate in all respects, then blah, blah, blah. Now, therefore, be resolved by the Board of Alderman, blah, 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 that on this date, you all adopted this policy, the mayor signs it, she attests to it, it becomes policy. It's that simple, or that difficult, however you choose to judge it. I think it's time to get the public back in here, give them an opportunity to address the board, and I think it would make them
On the part where if you have documents or papers, maybe add to that, provide it to the city clerk ahead of time of the meeting.
I think the whole point is that would be, you would be asked to be added to the actual agenda. That this is, if you walk in.
Well,
she's going to give a whatever, if they have documents, what they're going to be doing is giving a copy to the city clerk as a record, and then because I think we have to make sure we don't lose track or don't lose sight of the fact that this is a listening format. It's not an acting format. It's like we're going to listen to what they say. Yes, it actually says this in here. You guys are allowed to ask them questions only for the purpose of making sure you understand what they have said or presented to the board for the board's knowledge or consideration. That's the only reason, and it says that, very specific. You're only allowed to ask questions to make sure or verify that you understand whatever it is they're trying to communicate in whatever manner they're trying to communicate with, whether it's written or verbal. Make sense? And then you guys get the opportunity to go, I'm not touching that 10-foot pole, or oh my gosh, we need to do something. And then we would do that in a later meeting. But we wouldn't have that discussion then.
Right.
It's going to be basically a listening, more or less listening. Now I know it's going to devolve at some point in time into something more than that, and I will do my best to. If I'm the mayor at the time, I'll do my best to do what a chairperson does, and that's control me. You know the questions, Mike? It's very different than what we normally do. When someone comes in here and they're on the agenda, because it's an agenda item, we get to have discussion, deliberation, we can take action. This is basically designed, I think, based on my interpretation, is to give any citizen, every citizen, an opportunity to come up and address the board. And we listen. And we take notes. And then we decide later After that form is over, we'll decide what we want to do with the information that's given us. And I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve involved with this, as with any change you make to policy or procedure. There will be most likely a little bit of a learning curve involved for us, as well as citizens who may have participated in open forums before. You get my drift.
Would you like where it states the professionalism that is expected of them?
And it both ways, it's both ways.
Both ways.
We're all human. We can all. I'm speaking for myself. I can at times lose track of where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, and I don't know of too many people that I know of that, under the right circumstances, fails to maintain control at all times. What do you want to do with this? You want to table it to the next meeting? You
I
want to
think we
act on
should
it?
table it till the next meeting.
Okay, let's do it.
Give everybody a chance to read it again.
Do it. All right. Now, with that being said, that concludes everything on this agenda, with the exception of. Do we have a public hearing? Do we have a closed session tonight? Okay. All right. So we would need to go on closed session.
I forgot one thing. There's, the guy come and asked about building a hangar.
Oh boy.
So my recommendation is for him to come here and address the board and make his proposal.
Does that sound right?
Is it someone that you know? Or? Okay.
But he requested not say who it was at this point.
Right, but it's someone that it's not a stranger to you.
No, it's not a stranger, and somebody else.
Now that's city property. How does that work with planning and zoning? Me neither.
I don't know. I know that the hangars are there. The ones, we own the building, the city owns the property, we pay a lease for the ground and such on.
Okay, have him come see the board.
All right, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
All right, what we need to do? Need a motion to go into executive session? Need a motion to go into executive. We have a motion from Alderman Quinn to go into executive session.
I believe it was Zach that requested the closed session.
Yeah.
And he is not here this evening and asked that it could possibly be postponed for the next meeting.
Sure.
We'll have one then.
We're not gonna have one. I thought we was gonna get the deal with the sergeant.
I need to make a smart comment. No, we're off to.
Well, we need a
Oh, we
motion.
need a motion to adjourn. Yeah, motion to adjourn. We have a motion, second on the floor to adjourn. All in favor say aye and raise their hand.
Aye.
All opposed say nay, raise your hand. The ayes have it, the motion carried. We are in adjournment.